So in this lecture, we're going to talk about NAT, or Network Address Translation. NAT can be done with Firewall D with either masquerading or port forwarding, both of which can be configured with Firewall-CMD command. It is important to note that masquerading can only be done with IPv4 and not IPv6. So first we're going to discuss masquerading with Firewall D. Masquerading with forward packets that are not directed to an IP address associated to the system itself onto the intended destination. The source IP address of the packets that are sent through our system will be changed to the IP address of our system rather than the IP address of the original traffic source. Responses to these packets will then go through our system, and the destination address will be modified so that the traffic will be sent back to the original host that initiated the traffic. Masqueraded can be enabled on a zone with the use of --add masquerade directive. So this is how you do it: firewall-cmd permanent zone equals testing add masquerade. Okay, it's been added successfully. We can confirm that the masquerading has been successfully enabled with --query masquerade. In this case, we want to query the permanent configuration, as this is what we modified and we have not yet performed a reload yet. So firewall-cmd permanent query masquerade. So far it says no. So we're going to use an example in which any packet sent to an address defined in the zone testing will be masqueraded. Which rules can be used for more granular control? So firewall-cmd permanent zone equals testing add rich rule equals rule family equals IPv4 source address equals 192.168.1.0/24 masquerade. Okay, success. So in this example, anything coming from the source 192.168.1.0/24 specifically will be masqueraded. Now we're going to talk about port forwarding with Firewall D. As the name implies, port forwarding will forward all traffic destined to a specific port to either a different port on the local system or to some port on an external system. Note that if you're forwarding to an external system, you'll also need to enable masquerading as covered before. In the example below, the local system will forward all traffic sent to port 22 to 10.0.0.10:2222. So any traffic sent to this server on port 22 will be forwarded to the external system 10.0.0.10 on TCP 2222. In this instance, the port forwarding rule will only apply to sources specific in the test zone. Okay, so firewall-cmd permanent zone equals testing add forward port equals port equals 22 colon protocol equals TCP colon 2 port equals 2222 colon 2 address equals 10.0.0.10. Okay, successful. We can perform that we can confirm that masquerading has been successfully enabled with the use of query --query -forward -port. Okay, which will be zone testing. So I'm gonna delete part of it. Up to here we are fine, and then I'm gonna do --query -forward port equals port equals 22 colon proto equals TCP colon 2 port equals 2222 colon 2 address equals 10.0.0.10, and it says yes, it's been confirmed. This doesn't seem to be that useful, as it only seems to match if you put in the full entry that was used when adding the port forwarder. A better option is to use --list-all as we have demonstrated previously, as this will show any forwarded ports. So that command would be firewall -cmd -permanent -list -all -zone equals testing. Okay, here you can see I have a forwarded port. This is also another way of seeing if masquerading has been enabled. Rich rules can be assigned, can again be used for more granular control. So in this instance, we can specify a specific source address within the test zone rather than the whole zone. And the way we do it is where we have source address 1.0. We can also, after the address, let me make sure that I have the rest of the command correctly. Family IPv4 source address 192.168, and then after that we're gonna increase the we're gonna add on the rest of our command here by typing in forward port equals 22 protocol equals TCP 2 port equals 2222 2 address equals 10 .0.0.10 and end of code, and then I'm going to delete the rest of it. So successful. And also we can use the optional to address parameter, in which case the port forwarding will take place entirely on localhost. We can view the rich rules in place with the --list -rich -rules. So firewall -cmd -permanent -zone equals testing -list -rich rules, and these are our rich rules. So by using the firewall cmd command, we have been able to create basic rules in Firewall D as well as rich rules with very specific custom options. We have also been able to make use of masquerading and port forwarding in order to send traffic elsewhere by performing NAT.